What's going on, guys? It's Ryan from Ryan and Crystal's Reviews, and today we're going to look at the newly announced Vision Hot Toys from Hot Toys. This is the White Vision, which we saw in WandaVision in the last, I believe it was the last 2 episodes when he shows up. It's a very nice looking figure so far from these pictures. Sometimes they can be deceiving, but I think this is going to be a better figure than the Vision that was announced for WandaVision, mainly because it seems to me, and as we go through these pictures, you can form your own opinion, but it seems to me that the head sculpt on this one has been updated. The head sculpt on the regular Vision figure from WandaVision seems to be the same one from Age of Ultron. I don't know if that's true. That's my thoughts just from looking at the two. I don't know. But it looks to me as if the White Vision head sculpt has been updated. So we're going to go through here. You can see, again, White Vision, just like in the TV show, completely white, head to toe, except for the little blue spot on his forehead where the Mind Stone would go. But as I'll say this, spoilers for anyone that hasn't watched WandaVision by now, he was rebuilt by S.W.O.R.D., and then this is what came about. So he was rebuilt from being torn apart and having the Mind Stone ripped out of his forehead from Thanos, rebuilt, and this is what we got in the show. See another shot here of him as he's looking towards the regular Vision. Seeing a lot of bunching up on the hips there. I don't know if that's... I'm going to assume that the material is similar to the Vision material. It's probably just white is the difference. So we'll have to watch out for that when it comes to posing him in more of a dynamic pose. You will get some bunching. And then my suggestion is, if you want to get him in a dynamic pose, pose him dynamically. If you just want to take pictures, do that, put him back in museum. If not, keep him in that pose, and then a week later, whatever, put him in a museum pose. Let the fabric have a chance to kind of go back to normal. It won't crease up, and then you can go and put him in a different pose all over again. So that's kind of the same pose there. He's just kind of floating there when him and Vision are talking about... I believe that's when they're talking about the ship, and it kind of gets a little weird, and there's a shot of him on the ground. So you can see there with his cape, it has the wire in it, just like the regular Vision does from Age of Ultron, and the WandaVision Vision will have. So you can take that cape and you can kind of fix it around a little bit to kind of give him this look of walking, and then the cape swooping in front of him, which is a really cool shot. Another shot there from a different angle. Like I said, it's a really nice looking figure. So there's our first look at the effect that comes out of his forehead. The spike with the blue kind of electric lightning style effect that they do. That's actually a little bit different. The other Visions, they didn't do anything like that. So it's kind of cool that they've got something like that going. Would love to see something third party wise be able to do that with the Age of Ultron one and the WandaVision one. I think that would be really cool. You could kind of get them in that pose. You could get the two Iron Man. You get Iron Man, Thor, and Vision in a pose with your Ultron, and that would be really cool. There's another shot of it, a little closer up. See, then you see just by bending and moving the hip joint there, you get a lot of bunching up on the fabric right there. So I'm hoping that it's going to be, similar to what it's been in the past with some of the figures, where you get the bunching, but yet you put them back in museum, and then boom, it goes back to normal and it lays down flat. Another picture of him there floating. There's a picture of him fighting Vision. So there's a lot of different opportunities for poses with these two if you got them both, or maybe you already have a Vision from Age of Ultron. I don't really think, just by looking at the two, there's not a lot of updates, it looks like. So if you have the Age of Ultron figure, you probably really don't need the WandaVision figure, the regular Vision. You could just go with the white Vision. I think it'd be really cool to have them kind of in that battle pose with each other, fighting each other, for photograph wise, or even to stage in a Detolf wise. You can do that as well. It's a nice picture there. Get slammed in the ground. There's a close up of the head sculpt. See, to me, this head sculpt has been updated. I'm sure that they probably had to do something, just considering the fact that it's all white. They couldn't just reuse the same sculpt. And then that he's got this blue stone or blue spot in his forehead, which is a little bit different than just having the Mind Stone. And I believe the eyes are interchangeable. So you have this style of eye, which looks a little bit closer to what he looked like when he first showed up. And then that'd be when he, so you see the eyes there. That was when he was convinced that he was regular Vision, and he kind of changed. And then you've got the black eyes here when he first showed up. So it's a nice looking figure. Looking forward to getting it. I've already got it on pre-order. Let's see. Let's go out of here and let's kind of talk about specifics. So he's $250. This is off Sideshow. Expected to ship July 2022 to September of 2022. So all things going well, you probably look to get this figure sometime in August. Usually it's, as long as they don't have any setbacks, you can pretty much guarantee that, depending on when you order it, of course, because with Sideshow, I'm not sure you all know this, but it's the queue of orders. So let's say Sideshow is expected to get 1,000 figures. Okay, so they might get a shipment of 250 figures to start out, and the first 250 people that pre-ordered it are going to get their figure, and that would be maybe in July or August. So, you'll see a lot of people already have their figure in hand and posting pictures, whatever, and then you're like, well, where's mine? I haven't got mine yet because they ordered before you, and Sideshow only got so many in, so that's how they do it. So that's a little inside knowledge if you didn't know that. So that's why they give you this range of July to September, because they expect to get their full shipment by September. And that way, if you've pre-ordered it, they'll ship yours out. Or if you haven't pre-ordered it, you're waiting for it to go up on sale, to where you just click and then it ships the next day. As long as there's no delays, you're probably looking at September, October, more than likely September before that happens. So here's another look at the figure, and then there's some background there. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause the video, or you can just go to Sideshow. So let's look at what's in the box. We get the authentic and detailed likeness of the Vision and WandaVision. We get one newly developed head sculpt with LED light up function on forehead. So the blue light the blue spot on his forehead where the Mind Stone would go will light up. So interested to see how that works, because sometimes when they do light up functions in the head, they work really well, and then sometimes they don't. So it's kind of a crapshoot at this point. I think they've gotten a little bit better, but it seems like there's always a few heads that get released that the light up feature doesn't really work all that well, or the batteries run out in one day, and it's kind of disappointing. But we'll see how that goes. You get 2 sets of interchangeable eyepieces. Emulate him before and after he acquires Vision's memories. That's the regular eyes and then the black eyes. Specifically applied gradient white skin tone and blue mechanic part on the forehead to reflect the Vision's distinctive appearance. You get a highly accurate facial features and detailed skin texture, body with over 30 points of articulations. He's approximately 31.5 centimeters tall, so he's right about that 12-inch mark. 6 pieces of interchangeable hands, including 1 pair of fists, 1 pair of relaxed hands, 1 pair of open hands. Each head sculpt is specifically hand painted. So he's not getting a lot of accessories. You're getting the hands, and then you're going to get that blue light up effect. So then you're going to get, costume-wise, one white-colored full body suit with textured details, one white-colored cape with patterns, which is the same pattern as the regular Vision, one pair of white-colored gauntlets, and one pair of white-colored boots. So accessory-wise, you get one energy beam effect accessory attachable to head sculpt, and then of course you get the traditional figure stand and back name with the back, and this actually has a backdrop is what it says. I didn't see a backdrop in the pictures, so that's new. I did not see a backdrop. I don't see it. I guess they're considering this part right here to be the backdrop. That's kind of looks more like a Star Wars style grade. I'm assuming that is back to when he was when we first see him in that little containment cell, that it's supposed to be that bottom. So, and you can see a couple other things. There are additional details and dimensions. So I think it's going to be another great figure. Hot Toys, knocks these figures out. They do a great job. So looking forward to that. And I'm also going to talk about, they did a update to the WandaVision head sculpt. So we are on the Hot Toys website, hottoys.com.hk. And so this is the Scarlet Witch figure that was released, maybe about a month and a half ago, right after the series wrapped, which I believe was in February, March time, I think. So a couple months ago now, I guess it would be. And so we get to see Wanda here in her new Scarlet Witch suit. And they have decided to update the head sculpt with a more of traditional flowing sculpted hair. It goes down over the shoulders. I think this one looks a little bit better than the one that was released with the photos, with the original. I think that one was, the head sculpt just looked a little bit off. I don't really know how to explain it. It was just kind of something about it was just a touch off. I really like the detail on her crown here. This looks a lot better. And then, of course, we get the sculpted hair, which I'm a fan of. I'm not a fan of the rooted hair. I hope that they go away from rooted hair completely. The Black Widow figure from Endgame has sculpted hair. I think the Captain Marvel from Endgame has sculpted hair. I think the last non-sculpted hair figure I have is Gamora from Guardians 2, which I'm going to be doing a review on here, hopefully in the next couple weeks, if we can get our light box in. That way I can do it justice. So, again, this is another look, and the pictures are going to go a little bit faster. You can see there, it just looks a lot better. And it looks more like Elizabeth Olsen. So, it just says, discover the power of the Scarlet Witch, faithful to the screen appearance of Elizabeth Olsen as the Scarlet Witch in the finale of Marvel Studios' WandaVision. The updated head sculpt of 1/6 scale, the Scarlet Witch collectible figure, showcases her gorgeous look with long, wavy hair gradually flows down past her shoulders in layers. Have a closer look now. So you see the hair goes way down past her shoulders. So I think this is going to be another great figure. I've got it on pre-order. Let's go back to Sideshow, and we will just kind of look at, since we have it up, we'll go back here and look at the Scarlet Witch. We'll kind of talk about that one just a few seconds before we end the video. So she's $275, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about. They have not updated the pictures on, I don't believe they've updated the pictures. Actually, I think they have. That is the same picture. So that's a little bit, yeah, they have updated the pictures. So that's a little bit better of a look on Sideshow's website. Yeah, they only have 5 pictures, so they have updated the pictures and forgot to include the other ones. So she's $275. Same ship date, July 2022 and September 2022. So you're going to get the Vision, the 2 Visions, and the Scarlet Witch are probably going to arrive about the same time. So if you're one that likes to kind of plan your figures out, you may want to take that into consideration, that you could be paying for 3 or 4 figures all about the same time. What I like about Sideshow now is you can order the figure, pay your non-refundable deposit, And then throughout the year, as you're waiting for the figure to come out, you can go ahead and pay for the figure in full, which they have not allowed you to do in past years. Pay for it in full, and that way, when it ships, all you're paying for is the taxes and the shipping. So you get that knocked out, and then boom. That way you're not getting hit with a 200 and, on this one, your non-refundable would be $27.50. So you're not getting hit with, another, be about $270 is what you're going to have to pay once you include taxes and shipping. So that way you're not getting stuck with that, with 3 or 4 figures showing up, and you got to pay out a few $100s for each figure at one time. So I like that they've done that. I think that's a really good idea. I'd really like them to allow you to do it in payments throughout the year on your own schedule, not their layaway flex payments. Do it on your schedule. That way, you get a little bit of money. You could go pay off a little bit of your figure, and then you could do that throughout the year. That way, you could pay off 3 or 4 different figures at once, or throughout the year, I should say, instead of doing it all at once. But I like that they have included that now. So I think that's it for tonight. That's it for this video. I appreciate y'all watching, and please like and subscribe to the videos and to the channel. We appreciate all the support from everyone, and hopefully we will see you in the next video.